just finished the chaos that was The Witch.
The Witch. It was, yeah.
An experience.
It was weird. It was, I mean, I didn't enjoy it. I thought, like, whenever I hear of horror or psychological thriller, it's just like, this and The Babadook has just been, like, very anticlimactic for me. I don't know, in a way that's just, like, I mean, there's, like, crazy stuff coming at you, but it's just anticlimactic in the way it's, like, they have this music leading up, then it's nothing, and then kind of like we were saying earlier, and then it's, like, towards the end, the last 30 minutes is when everything, like, happened. And so I just was like, well, why waste, like, an hour of getting to that point?
Yeah. I feel like The Babadook was a little bit worse in that respect for me, because at least, like, the baby goes missing at the beginning, which, like, sets you on edge, although
That's
the whole
true.
time I'm always wondering, like,
what happened to...
Was the baby crushed by the witch? Is that the blood we saw? Or, like, is there some possibility that it could come back? Like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was very... and just, like, just... It was just very random, too, just very, like, sporadic, like, these deaths, like, I wasn't...
Yeah.
They're just kind of, like, random to me.
And I thought it was weird we didn't follow up with the twins at all.
Yeah.
Like, they just go missing altogether.
It's really weird, because it makes me think that they weren't really, like... I don't know, like, they were always just there, because they were always, like... I don't know, witches... I have no idea, not witches, but just... crafted by Satan. I did not enjoy how Satan was, like, made into, like, a man, like, turned into a man, and you actually saw him, and he just looked like a pirate to me.
Yeah, he did look like a pirate.
So
yeah, I was confused by, like, so Satan was a goat, but I was also a man, and then the witch, I couldn't tell, was supposed to be taking the form of animals as well.
And I also thought we'd see more of the witches. Like,
yeah.
I thought, like, when you saw that female witch, like, what... It was just kind of confusing, to be honest. Like, I just wish there was, like... There was just, like, a lot of different things going on. I wish there would have been just, like, one witch, like, just, like, throughout the movie, like, drop the Satan thing or something. It was just too many characters that I was like, I don't understand. And then the twins were evil, or they weren't.
Yeah, I can tell, because I thought when they were, like, seemingly, like, frozen or comatose or whatever, the dad picked them up, then I thought they were pretending the whole time.
Yeah, I thought so, too.
So I just got confused by that.
Yeah, it was weird. But I always was weirded out by them singing together. Like,
yeah, because it was always, like... all the time in the background, it was always, like, these weird animal noises, or, like, children singing, or the mother like, sobbing.
Yeah, it was definitely... what was the archetype for this movie?
Was it I think it was the Quest, or, like, Boogeyman or something?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And then I was confused how it was I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the Quest, maybe I'm misremembering, but I
think you're right. It was, like, the Quest / Boogeyman, but... yeah, I wouldn't even know, like, what quest that was.
Yeah, I mean, the beginning, I feel like it shows them, like, traveling out, but then they're very stationary and, like, trying to make a life in one place.
Right, exactly.
In terms of Boogeyman, yeah, I guess if they'd centralized it to one thing, but having the witch and the devil and, like, having two different, I think, like, separating that,
it was really
confused me. Yeah,
really weird. I also thought it was just, like, very, like, disturbing. Like, I know, like, some movies are meant to get your attention, but some things I just feel like go too far. Like, with I know they're, like, trying to, like, reproduce, like, the whole idea of babies, like, them witches eating babies, but for some reason when you just see it in a movie, it's just kind of like just seeing an actual baby, and then, like, almost a knife being held up to it, and then the woman stroking, like, or the witch stroking the baby.
Oh yeah, that was way too at the beginning. I, like, already, like, I just feel like it dissociated me completely. I was like, and also I felt like throughout I might have been more scared, but because I didn't feel like I, like, knew the characters well, they were kind of...
You didn't know which one was...
like, flat to me, so then it's like, I was, like, a little bit scared, but it was almost like, oh, I don't care if something happens to, like, the mom or these, like, siblings, because, like, they haven't been fleshed out, so I don't really, like, I'm not that invested in them.
Yeah, honestly, I felt the exact same way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought I was going to be more, like, scared, too, and I was just like, well, this is just so bizarre, and I don't know, anything about them, so I'm just like, well...
I was probably saddest maybe when the brother died, even though we still didn't get, like, that much development with him, but, I mean, the dad, I guess, a little bit, but the mom, I don't know. I I mean, it's troubling to think of in that situation, killing your own mom, but I didn't empathize that much because it was just all very, like, out there and unrealistic, I guess.
And I feel like the title just didn't, like, there was no like, there just was no witch, so it's like, why call it the witch when it's like, or like, maybe the curse and sex. It's not like the witch caused all these problems. It was the Satan, for like, in the form of a goat. So I just don't understand, like, I don't think the witch is like a proper title for it, to be honest. Like, it just doesn't, like,
yeah, because I guess the witch, the only thing we're supposed to think is that the witch stole the baby, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess the witch was in when they were nailed into the farmhouse or whatever.
And eating
the witch ate the goats, but not. That was when the siblings disappeared, but we don't know what happened to them.
I don't know. And then, like, but I thought that it was like a hallucinate.
Oh yeah, that whole part where we couldn't tell if it was a dream or not, where the mom was dreaming that the
I thought the
kids
mom
were alive.
For a second was the witch.
I thought she was I just, even having seen the whole movie, I still don't understand the scene with her and the raven is like clawing at her, and it's real because you said there's blood, right? So
right, there was blood when she woke up.
It was real, I guess, but I didn't understand any of that.
I'm just not sure about any of this. Like, it was just, I don't know.
Which I couldn't tell in the beginning if it was supposed to be social commentary about. At first it seemed they kept saying because the dad took them out there they were being punished, but then the boy was like the first one. Well, I guess the baby was like went missing, but in terms of like characters that died, the boy was the first to die, and I thought maybe it was supposed to be a connection to him like having these weird impure thoughts because they kept like closing in on shots of his sister's chest.
That's true. And then him like actually walking towards this like attractive witch, like caving into those like desires.
And when he died too, it was weird. He was chanting religious things, and then when he died like he was Jesus.
Yeah, that was really weird. I was like, so he was saved?
But it was weirdly sexual, I feel like. He was like, you know, moaning and like elevated.
And I don't understand if he was like saved or not, because if he wasn't, why would he just die? Like, I just don't understand like how it's not like anything physically like killed him. It was like more spiritual capture.
Like he was possessed by a demon, but I couldn't tell.
But then he was like, "Oh,
the imagery made it seem like he was Jesus and he was like saying religious stuff, but then it being like sexualized made me think maybe he was. I don't know. And then I don't know. I guess in terms of Salem witch trials or something. I mean, it was similar to Crucible, but I guess ties back to what Dr. Hammer was saying about people don't understand enough of the references to know what this is a metaphor for.
Yeah. Only in the end when they're like a lot of this, like in the writing that they have, like a lot of this is like from sources of people who counted for it, the witch trials. So I don't. Like I know a lot of these things, like they accuse witches of being this way, and they would falsely like accuse people. Like I know she was falsely accused, but it was just like. The thing was that it's like these things, like they made this so it was like there's actually witchcraft, unlike the Salem witch trials where there's never.
Where it's all imagined.
Right, exactly. People are just falsely persecuted or whatever, but they actually made it so it was like a legit thing. So it was kind of weird and interesting, I guess.
And I don't know what they were trying to say about religion because it seemed like even the pious characters still died anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they all, except for her.
And then, the girl at the end ends up becoming a witch, so I guess she lives, but she's then evil, I guess, because she's a witch. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. But it's interesting, since she never was technically, like, a witch, it makes me wonder, like, when she goes there, like, I guess she's, like, just, how does she become, like, evil and all these things afterwards? Like, how does it... I know she's, like, signed her name to the book, but it's just kind of... Like, where do you go from there? Like, I guess just, like, it's weird to see her just jump straight from, like, no, like, it's not me, to just, like, okay, here I am with, like, dancing naked. Like, just very bizarre.
Very
I mean, to some degree, I'm glad it wasn't, like, scary, but it was still disturbing.
Yeah, for sure.
But, so... Percentage-wise, what would you rate this?
Out of 100?
Yeah, definitely not a 91% like given on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I felt like the technically, I guess, like, the camera work and stuff was effective and, like, the music was effective in being scary, but I just feel like the plot, the story confused me too much.
I think the cinematography was pretty decent.
Yeah.
It definitely made it flow, but yeah, it was just the plot. The plot was too distracting that, like, it was just kind of took away from whatever.
No clear protagonist-antagonist conflict.
Yeah, there was definitely none of that. I don't know, like, about a thread. Like, I wouldn't know what to say for a thread.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would just say that goat.
That goat.
Yeah, like, that black goat was there a lot, I guess.
That's true, yeah. But yeah, throughout, because, I mean, for a thriller, it was good that we kept guessing who was a bad person or, like, evil person, but then there's no clear, like, main struggle, because unless it's, like, her versus her mom or her dad not believing her that she's not the witch, but I
still understand how it's, like, a quest either. There was nothing to be conquered.
I don't feel like it was super good example of a quest.
Nope, definitely not. Or the boogeyman, to be honest. Like, no. Well,
there's 11 minutes.
Yep.
See y'all tomorrow. Excited for this discussion.
Yeah, for real.